Ooh.
Here it is. Got the link.
Damn.
Gates are open. We're filling up.
So that one person is me on. Right.
It says one person's on? That's somebody else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, somebody's on. Because it just sent the email like right now. I'm going to log in. Should say 2 more.
3.
3's on.
Damn, for hot on it, B. Look at some.
You say, hey, what's up? Who's on?
Mic on?
Yeah. You're live right now.
Yo, everyone who's on, I want you to enter your name in that chat box to the right. This is Rico. Let me know you hear me loud and clearly. Let me know the state you're in and your name. This is not a pre-recorded webinar. This is nothing recorded. This is live. Man, we got a lot of people getting on the webinar right now. Right now, everyone who's logging on, we're just now getting started. Type your name, city, and state in the chat box. Let me know that you hear me right now. I need to know the mic is working. Do I need to click this? It looks like it's on. Hello? If you can hear me on the mic, put your name, city, and state in the chat box. Let me know that you can hear me loud and clearly before I start the webinar. Nope. Is the camera on? It says off, so it must be on. I hope it's on.
Can you do that in the headphones?
Mm-hmm. All right, guys, for those that's on the webinar right now, if you can, please, somebody out there, can you type your name in the chat box, the city you're in, and the state you're located in? I'm going to give us about 10 minutes for everybody to log on and get ready so we can start the webinar. Okay, we working. Yo, G, Memphis, I see you. Terrell, Detroit, Michigan. Dan in Memphis, I see you. Okay, they hear me. There we go. We got 6 people on. Yeah, it's cool. Yo, if you're just now logging on to the webinar, I want you to put your name in the chat box and let me know the city and state that you're located in. Guys, this is nothing that's pre-recorded. This is going to be a live webinar. I'm excited to have you guys on. So let's get some engagement going on. Let me see you guys. Jay, I see you. Jermise in Memphis. Awesome, man. Glad to have you logged on. Hope I can help you fulfill your wishes in this wholesale real estate industry tonight. Man, we got a lot of people logging on. It's pretty awesome. Okay. Yo, if you're Teresa from Torrance, California, CA. I hope I'm correct. Good to have you, Teresa. Awesome. Man, we got everyone logging on right now. This is pretty cool. Guys, we got about 8 more minutes. If you're just logging on, put your name in the chat box and the city and state that you're located in, and I'm going to shout you out just to let you know this is a real webinar. It's nothing pre-recorded like all the other stuff you see on Facebook and Instagram. You're going to get real engagement tonight. Also, guys, give me some feedback on how I look if you can see me on the video. Am I dark? Do I need more light? You might cut this light on right here, Jay. Yeah, cut this. It looks kind of dark right here. Yeah, that's a little better right there. Or pop this one. I got it. Yeah. Man, this is a turnout. It's a lot of people logging on. Yo, if you're logging on right now, please enter your name in the chat box and let me know what city and state that you're located in. I'm gonna shout you out and just let me know if my microphone is working clear and that you can hear me loud and clearly. Got about 6 more minutes. All right, guys, look, make sure you get you a pencil, a pen, a pad, and take notes. I'm about to go over a lot of information. Also, make sure your phone is on mute. You don't want any interruptions. If you're around someone who's talking loud, tell them to be quiet. Jason, I see you. Gregory from Chicago. Good to have you, man. Awesome. Good to have you guys on. Make sure you got you some. Yo, we got Yonkers, New York in the building. That's awesome. Jason, all the way from Yonkers, New York, man. This is awesome. Good to have you, King. For everyone that's just logging on, put your name in the chat box and let me know what city and state that you're located in. I'm going to shout you out, man. We're about to go over some fantastic information tonight from the wholesaling industry. Make sure your phone is off. You're not around anything loud. This is about to be exciting. Oh, yeah. Make sure your tabs is closed. If you're on your laptop, close out all those tabs, okay? You don't want any distractions. Chris, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. What's up, brother? Good to have you, man. Yeah, guys, this is a real webinar. You can talk to me. You can engage with me. We're going to have a Q&A at the end of it. So I know you guys are going to have a lot of questions, and I'm going to be able to take my time and answer those questions for you. But I want to wait to the end until we start that real Q&A. I am coming from the comfort of my home in Memphis, Tennessee. And yeah, we having a real webinar tonight, guys. 5 more minutes. Rodney, Union City. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'm going to open it for you. Get that camera dirty. Guys, if you're just logging on right now, make sure you put your name in the chat box in the city and state. I need some engagement. I need to know that there's some serious people out there that's really trying to get this information and you know, want me to give you attention. Five more minutes. Wholesale revolution. How to flip houses on autopilot. About to give you the real game. Should look better. 4 more minutes. It's like a countdown. We almost there. Guys, you might need some water to you or some juice or some drink because I'm going to have you for a little time. So make sure you got a thirst quencher near. Keith from Brooklyn, New York. Yo, I see you. Danielle, Memphis, Tennessee. Good to have you. Jason, Dallas, Texas. Man, I got everyone on all across the United States right now from Chicago, St. Louis, California, Florida, Nevada. Wow. Man, this is awesome. Canada. Man. This is a packed house, dude. This is going to be good. Wholesale revolution. I never, it's exciting to know so many people are interested to learn how to wholesale real estate. It's one of the easiest things to, get involved with. And it's very simple. It's very simple. Yo, if you're just logging on, make sure you put your name and city and state in the chat box so I can shout you out. Let me know that you're out there. We got about 3 more minutes, guys. Whew. Do you see the turnout on this thing? Look at this number. Man, it's growing. It's pretty strong. This is exciting. Wholesale revolution. I know a lot of you are like, what does he mean revolution? This is going to be something very, very big. That's why I call it a revolution. And it's something these other so-called gurus out there are not giving up. They're selling this bottled up bull crap out here. We're going to put an end to that. All right, guys, 2 more minutes. Cleve, Columbus, Ohio. Good to have you. We're about to go over the wholesale information. I hope you got your pen and paper ready. My boy Martavius, North Memphis, is in the house. Man, that's what's up. What up, Martavius? Hope you got your pen and pad ready, man. I'm about to go over some dynamic info. I'm about to have you for a little minute. Good to have you, man. You got to come back to class, too. Got to come back to class. Marvin, DC. There we go. We're getting some engagement, baby. Good to have you. Everybody, hit me up in the chat box right now. If you're sitting there, put your name in the chat box in the city and state. Let's get engaged. This is not a live pre-record. This is a live webinar. This is nothing pre-recorded. This is a live webinar. So you can talk to me. All right. Monterio, Olive Branch. What's up? What's up? Good to have you, man. Everybody's logging on. We got 1 minute, y'all. All right, let's go. I'm actually signing up for your mentor coaching tomorrow. Khalid. Oh, man, let's go. I can't wait to meet you, man. Raymond from Durham, North Carolina. Good to have you, Raymond. Khalid, I was going to say, man, when you actually sign up in the coaching, I'm going to give you a personal phone call when you have your number in the back office so I can call you when you sign up and we could talk about your game plan. And I know that's something that a lot of these, are not talking. Jay, I see you out there says you only speaking to the guys. I see the girls. I'm speaking to the girls too. I'm getting engaged. It doesn't matter who you are. I'll talk to you. All right, y'all. It's 7 o'clock. It's time to go. Wholesale revolution. Once again, I'm gonna say something very important. I hope you have some notes, and I hope you have a pen or paper. I don't care if you're taking notes on your iPhone. Write this information down. All right, guys. True freedom is created in real estate. I want you to know that wholesale real estate is the easiest way to create huge profits if you want to create true freedom in your life. Okay, I want you to understand that right now. I also want you to know and how to understand how to flip houses on autopilot and become a money printing machine in this industry. Okay. I'm going to tell you my secret unfair advantage that helps me find extremely discounted houses and hot leads. That's very important. I want you to know that you can travel. You can pay for those things you always wanted, or most importantly, take care of your family. And that's very, very key. When you know you can wholesale real estate, you will always have income. Okay. When you know you can wholesale real estate, you will always have income. And I'm also going to show you how you can do this while maintaining a full-time or part-time job. I get that a lot. Rico, I work a full-time job. Can I actually become a full-time wholesale real estate investor? Yes, you can. And I'm going to show you how. Okay. All right. Now, this is today's agenda, guys. Today's agenda, real estate profits. How to find underpriced houses that you can flip for massive profits, even if you never looked at a house before, okay? I'm going to show you how to find buyers so you don't have to risk any of your own money. You're not going to a bank to apply for a loan to buy properties, okay? You're going to be the middleman in the deal. I'm going to explain that in detail. I'm going to show you how to sell these properties fast and get that money, which is the end goal in this business, which is to get the money, all right? I'm also going to talk about why the time is right now to get into this hot market, okay? This market is hot. It is hot. And then what we're going to do, I know you guys are going to have a lot of questions for me, so I want to open up the webinar for a live Q&A, okay? So hold your questions to the end until we get to the Q&A section, and I'm going to answer all of your questions for you. I'm going to take my time and intentionally answer every question, all right? It's going to be very, very important. So if something is confusing in this webinar, ask me the question and I'm going to answer it for you, all right? All right, now, you know, I don't want to be too egotistical or, you know, sound like the guy with the big head, but I want to tell you why you should listen to me in this webinar right now and why it's important to listen to me. You know, I'm actually a full-time wholesale real estate investor with over 150 active students. You got so many people out there that's selling, you know, information that's actually not in the game. You know, I'm in this game. This is how I pay my bills. This is how I eat. And I do have an active base of over 150 students in the United States, from California on back up to New York City and Brooklyn, New York. Okay, so this is real. And I do have real students that have achieved success from my coaching program. All right. I myself have sold over $100 million in property value since 2013. And that's a fact. You know, and that includes commercial properties. I've sold over 450 residential and commercial properties in my wholesale real estate career. Okay, that's true experience. I mean, I've hauled ass. I understand the true key concept of self-development and really working hard to making it happen in this industry. And that's something that I've done. Okay, I am for a fact an annual six-figure earner from what I'm teaching, from what I'm saying to you. I make an annual six figures from wholesaling real estate, okay? And the success of my business has been featured on ABC News. And you can research that on my website or YouTube. You can just go on YouTube right now and put in MadPaper Coaching, and you will see that we've been featured on the news over 20 times. And I just started this coaching program within 2 years. So we have credibility out there, guys. I think it's very important for you to listen to me tonight on this webinar, okay? All right. Now, yes, I know this sounds crazy, but it's not, okay? It's not. I know this almost sounds impossible. You know, I know you've probably heard this before from all the ads out there, from all the commercial infomercials, from the people that you've probably been around, but I can prove it to you. You know, I can prove it to you for a fact. And the reason why I can prove it to you is because I have testimonials. I take pride in my testimonials. You know, one of the benefits of my testimonials is I put them on my Instagram page. And when a person hasn't seen me or hasn't met me, they can actually do research just by scrolling on my page. And they can see that I am not bullshitting. I have real people that have everyday jobs, and some don't have jobs. And I'm taking them and creating them to be full-time wholesale real estate investors. I'm taking them to the closing agents so they could get a real check. And that's something that these so-called gurus are not out here doing, because they're selling that watered down bull crap. And that's what we're here to eradicate. So if you can look at the testimonials right here, it's common sense. It's not rocket science. You can see that the information that I put out there are changing lives every single day. And it's hundreds of them. All right. And as I continue, it can go on and on and on. If I wanted to, guys, we can stay here for literally 4 to 5 hours, and I could just sit here and shift and go through testimonials from people that have came through my program and have transformed their lives. And I think one of the benefits of me accelerating these people and helping them reach success is because I teach self-development, and that's something that helps them break their current paradigms in their mind, you know, and that's powerful, the testimonials. Let's actually read a few testimonials that we see here. I'm gonna read one from my partner Demario, man, a good partner of mine who's been with me for about 2 years now, man. It says, shout out to my partner Rico Smith. Closed my second wholesale real estate deal with him today. If you are wanting to get in the game, reach out to him. He has a great program that not only teaches you about wholesale real estate, but the self-development tools you need to face the many obstacles you will encounter on a daily basis. That's very, very important. And I appreciate that, Demario. That's a powerful testimonial that he shared with us. Let's read another one here that someone actually sent me in the DM on Instagram. It says, you are a blessing to young Black men and women. You are a God, young brother. I've been aware of the power of the mind for some time now, and I am getting better every day at it. I feel the universe has put your Instagram page in my view to help me manifest a better life for my family. Like you, I'm from Memphis as well. In parentheses, he put the Haven. Looking forward to linking up with you and sharing some of these success. I can't see that. We're going to put that over here. Can you move this screen here, Jack, so I can read the rest? It's blocking it right here. There it is. All right. And it says, looking forward to linking up with you, brother, and sharing some of these positive vibrations. Stay king, homie. Man, that was a powerful testimonial. Okay. All right. We got some guys. We got some people checking in the chat box. I was actually reading. I'm going to actually shout you guys out. Gerald in Memphis. Good to have you on the webinar, man. Awesome. Jawan, Nashville. Kay, Jacksonville, Florida. Marquise, dang. North Carolina, Charlotte. That's what's up. Devon. What's up, Devon? My man. We got Baggins on the webinar. What's up, my boy? King in Kansas City. Yo, we got the entire United States on right now. Like, this is major. This is exciting right now. Good to have you guys on and young ladies on. I see the young queens have logged on as well. This is going to be a fantastic webinar. All right, let's move on. Now, I'm going to promise you guys a free bonus if you stay into the end. And that's something that I want to differentiate myself from those other webinars. You know, you get in a webinar and it's pre-recorded. You can't engage with the actual so-called guru that's spitting this information to you. So for your time and value in staying on this webinar, I'm going to give you my ultimate 15-point home inspection checklist just for staying at the end of this webinar. And this is it's almost valued at $290 because it's almost fail-proof. It allows you to go to a property and estimate the repair to a T so your buyer can know what he's going to put in the rehab on the property, guys. Now, I'm going to give that away for free, okay? All right. Raymond said it's freezing out there. Man, it's hot down in Memphis, Tennessee. All right, y'all. My story in 2 minutes. If I can possibly get it in 2 minutes, I want to give it to you, okay? In a nutshell, you know, I want to be very transparent about my background. You know, my mom was in the streets. Father did time in the penitentiary. I was blessed to be able to be raised by my grandmothers and my grandfather. They put me in high school. I finished high school and I went to college, but I didn't want to stay in college too long. I knew that wasn't my route because I was so inspired to help my mom and dad out of their rut. I wanted to become successful. I wanted to become rich and wealthy. You know, it was one way to live good with my grandmothers, but it was one way to watch my mom and dad suffer. And that drove me to want riches out of life. And I didn't stay in college. Okay. So I dropped out of college. And when I dropped out of college, it really hurt my family because they wanted me to stay in school. They wanted me to get a good job, but I had a bigger vision. And so I followed my passion. And when I dropped out of college, I went to my grandfather, God rest his soul. And he allowed me to live with him in South Memphis. You know, and this was one of the lowest periods of my life because I remember overdosing on personal development, you know, reading Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, Les Brown, you know, The Secret, Bob Proctor, overdosing on this information because I wanted to manifest and attract that lifestyle that I always knew that I could live so I could help my mom and dad retire them and live a fabulous lifestyle. And during that period, you know, I struggled for 3 years. You know, I learned about wholesale real estate and I knew that was my way of getting the true riches in real estate. I could have chose rehabbing. I could have chose buying whole, but I wanted to do wholesaling because it was highly lucrative and it was easy. I didn't have to use my credit. So I went and I pursued it, but I struggled for 3 years. You got to think about that. For my first 3 years, I didn't even get a deal. And that was very frustrating because I'm living with my grandfather in South Memphis. You know, I feel like I was a grown man, but I was still leeching off my grandfather, and I wanted to do for myself. You know, I wanted to do for myself. So during that time, I slept in the backseat of my car at hard periods because I didn't want to go to my grandfather's house in a look of shame and in a look of failure. And sometimes people didn't know that. You know, I had I think it was a 2006 Kia Optima, and, you know, I would put out bandit signs all night in looks of a deal, but I couldn't get it. You know, I struggled. And that 3-year period was just such a journey for me and a powerful learning experience. But then in that period, I discovered that magical system, that special reverse wholesaling system that changed everything for me. You know, and flash forward 6 years later, everything in my life has changed drastically. You know, I went from as you can see in this far left corner, I went from a Kia Optima to my first 645 BMW at 22 years old. When I started to get success in wholesale real estate, I was able to move out of my grandfather's house. I was able to start a successful coaching company and build a successful brand, which is MadPaper Coaching now. And as you can see in this picture, I actually started with 3 people, guys. Since the inception of my company, I started with 3 people. And, you know, I just thank God for the transition that happened in my life and for finding that magical system in which I'm going to reveal to you tonight. So like I said, I hope you have a pen and pad ready and take notes on this because I'm going to give it to you for free. All right. All right. Now, once again, this sounds crazy, but it's not. This sounds crazy, but it's not. I want you to look at this picture here. Denarius Caesar. I mean, this guy is a go-getter. One of my top students in my program right now. He's 27 years old with 4 kids and he's married. Okay. He drives trucks for FedEx full time. I mean, that's crazy hours. 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. He's driving trucks and he's working to provide for his family. You know, he came to me, he found me on the program and he said, you know what, Rico, I want to do this so I can spend more time with my family. And I'm not going to play around with you. I'm going to take this information and I'm going to hit it hard. And I gave him the information. And, you know, once he got in the coaching program, he did. He closed 2 deals in his first 2 months, generated over $10,000 in working with me. And he knew nothing about real estate beforehand. He just had the passion and enthusiasm to win. That was the benefit from what Denarius had. That's what I do in my coaching program, guys. This is not no hocus pocus. This is real stuff, okay? All right, guys, I see you all in the chat box. It says, all facts. Been seeing you grind from the beginning, my boy. This is Lil G. I seen it with my own eyes. G, what's up, man? Yo, we got G on the webinar right now. That's what's up, man. I appreciate that. That's much love, G. You really did see me, man. Start from the beginning. Much love. DeAndre, yo, I know it's a lot of questions out there, guys, but I can't hold everybody. So kind of hold most, and I'm gonna get to them in the end, okay? All right, I appreciate you guys for, you know, hopping on and logging on. All right, guys, now this is why you must commit to discovering how to wholesale effectively. Do you want to wake up to that nosy alarm clock going to a job that you hate? Or if you love your job, just imagine what an extra 5 or 10K a month could do for you. Are you tired of being around broke, miserable people that you do not want to be around? You know, it's a saying. They say if 5 of your closest friends are broke, busted, and disgusted, don't you know you're gonna be the 6th one? That's a fact. What's the alternative if you don't figure out how to do this? Ask yourself that question right now. Ask yourself that question right now. What's the alternative if you don't figure out how to do this? If you're in a rut, if you're in a job you hate, if you got bills that's taller than you and you don't know what to do, what's the alternative? You let me know that. We're gonna have a real webinar tonight. All right. This is the best time to get into real estate because the market is hot. Don't believe me? Check it out. Look at the major publications that's being published right now from Forbes. You know, they say the 2018 housing market is off and running. Just think about that. That's Forbes. Look at the Wall Street Journal. It says house flipping makes a comeback as home prices rise. You know, I don't care what the naysayers are saying. I'm focused on the real facts. New York Times, investors push into a regurging market, house flipping. Look at that. Bloomberg. Come on, these are major publications, guys. I'm not making this stuff up. Go and research it and check it out and see why it's important on getting into real estate right now. Now, what I'm about to reveal to you right now is going to be dynamic. How to flip your first property for a profit in the next 90 days without a real estate license. You know, I'm getting that from so many people. You know, they say, how you doing real estate, man? But you ain't got no real estate license. You know, I remember starting out with my auntie, and she would look over my shoulder. She said, boy, how you doing real estate and you ain't got no real estate license? You better get your real estate license. You do not have to have a real estate license to partake in wholesale real estate. You can get your license to be an agent. Two separate worlds, okay? Now, 3-step wholesale real estate process. I want you to write this down. That's what we're going to go over. Very, very, very important. Finding underpriced houses. This is the 3-step process. Finding buyers. I'm going to show you how to find buyers. Then locking properties under contract and closing the deal. Okay? That's what we're going to go over. All right. Take notes, guys. How to find underpriced houses. A lot of people want to know, how do they find underpriced houses? First and foremost, what is an underpriced home? An underpriced home is an off-market property that can also be called a property that the owner is thinking about selling, but has actively begun to pursue the sale. The definition may be wide, but regardless, all off-market properties are good to find. They mean less competition for the sale, quicker sales, and better deals. Okay? What are examples of off-market properties? Some examples of off-market properties are absentee owners, foreclosures, for sale by owners, tax sales, co-violation properties, divorces, inherited properties. Okay? And that's if a relative dies and leaves the property in that individual's sibling or child's name. Okay? All right. Now, I'm going to show you how to find these underpriced houses. You know what they are, but how do you find them? You know, if you drove it in a nice neighborhood and you've seen that an actual house was vacant in the nice neighborhood, but you're like, wow, okay, this has to be a deal. I can write the address down, but how do I find the owner? What do I do? Well, this is the most difficult situation right now that 90% of the people are having out there in the wholesale real estate industry. I know you're having a hard time with it because I was there, but I want to reveal to you right now how you can break that paradigm and get this secret of success when you're driving for dollars, when you're looking for those vacant houses, okay? And I want you to know that this sauce, secret sauce, as I like to call it, is called Intellius.com. Write that down. Intellius.com. That's www.intellius.com. This is a live people search, okay? So you can actually drive a neighborhood, put this address in Intellius, and it will bring up all of that owner's information, okay? And it's going to be very specific. It's going to bring up the actual relatives information, that personal owner's information, and if it needs to, it can find the owner's kids, okay? So it's a very detailed search. All right. So it's kind of hard to miss a phone number, and it's hard to create an excuse to actually find the owner and get them on the phone to get you a deal closed. All right. www.intellius.com. People search. This is powerful. Bounty hunters use this to find people. All right. So use it. All right. The next one. Bandit signs. Bandit signs. This is a fabulous, fabulous way of, finding off-market and underpriced houses. I was just talking to one of my students about this. Bandit signs. Bandit signs are a way of finding real motivated sellers that's out there in desperate need. Have you ever drove up in a busy intersection and you look to your right and you saw a sign on the post? It might have been on a light pole, or it may have been on the ground, and it may have said, "We buy houses," with a number on there. That's advertising from other real estate investors and wholesalers in the market. They're looking for motivated sellers. And yes, you can utilize that effective strategy by getting bandit signs. And what I want to reveal to you right now is a very powerful source and a website where you can get them very cheap. All right. So write this down right now. The website is www.dirtcheapbanddesigns.com. Okay? That's www.dirtcheapbanddesigns.com. This is one of the greatest resources that you can use to purchase these band designs and flood the market. Now, guys, I'm going to give you a word of advice. A lot of people ask me, well, should I pre-print my signs? Pre-printed signs are good. As you can see, I kind of graduated on up later in my career to get these red and white signs that were pre-printed. But if you can see, the first sign to the left was handwritten. It was handwritten, and it's handwritten for a reason. Most people, they ask, well, Rico, why did you handwrite on your bandit signs? What's the benefit of handwriting on your bandit signs? Well, guys, if you handwrite on your bandit signs, the motivated seller won't be afraid of actually picking up their phone and giving you a call. They're going to feel more comfortable because they feel like that it's personalized. They feel like that they're not calling a big company and they're not calling an operator. They're not going to call an automated voicemail machine. They know that someone is going to pick up. That's the psychology of it. In the beginning, people say, well, it's sloppy. Why are you handwriting on your signs? That's not going to work. Well, guess what? When I put out my bandit signs, it worked for me. And that's whatever works for me is what I want to reveal to you guys. So I hope you guys take heed to this. If you get your signs from Dirt Cheap Bandit Signs, go ahead and get them blank in the beginning if you're working on a budget. If you don't have a lot of money, handwrite those signs. Sometimes it takes a little elbow grease and sacrifice, but that's what you're going to have to do. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that there's some type of magic potion that's going to, you can put out a one sign and you're going to get a whole bunch of deals, and you can just put this one thing on there and it's going to make you get a deal. No, handwrite on the signs. It's going to take a little elbow grease and that's going to effectively work for you. Trust me, it worked for me. Okay. Now, another secret while we're here with the bandit signs, and I'm glad I got all of you guys across. Raymond, thank you for putting that up, man. It's dirtcheapbanddesigns.com, guys. I made a huge mistake. Raymond just corrected it for me. If you guys are looking at this chat box, it's actually www.dirtcheapbanddesigns.com. All right. Okay, great. Is it? Yeah. Raymond put it up there. You said dirt cheap? Dirt cheap. So it's not bandit signs? Guys, the site, I'm going to put it in the chat box for everyone to get it right now. Because I'm going 100 miles per hour right now. Let me slow down and make sure you guys get the correct website. dirtcheapsigns.com. All right, guys, I just put it in the chat box. dirtcheapsigns.com. That's the correct one. All right, awesome. Now that I got you guys on, I want to let you guys know that, okay, 90% of the competition, they know that bandit signs are effective. Half of us that's online right now, we know what bandit signs are, okay? But they don't effectively use them. You think you could just go and buy 50 bandit signs, go put out 50 bandit signs in one day and sit back for that whole month and think you were effective for your business? That's false. Guys, you're not going to win that way. And that's how 90% of the competition move in wholesaling. They think they could go get 10 to 20 to 30 signs and put them out and think that was effective. You have to go above and beyond in your business to win. You have to go back on your pain. You have to go back on your life and think about what's bothering you. Are you tired of being in there running your life? Are you looking to help your family and put them in a better position? Think about that. So with that being said, guys, when I first started, as you can see in this picture here, when I got my first 645, I will be out all night. I will wake up from 8 a.m. in the morning, and I would not come home to sometimes 3 a.m. until all of my signs were out. And I will put out 500 bandit signs, guys. So think about how many bandit signs that you really have to put out there to get some deals. See, this is what those coaches are not going to reveal to you, and they're not going to motivate and really put you in position to win. This is how you corner the market. This is how you break the mold in wholesaling. You become a supreme being and you go out there and you get at least 500 bandit signs and you flood your market. You speak your voice out there in the wholesale world. You let everybody know that this is your game and you finna win. You can't do that with 10 or 30 bandit signs, guys. I couldn't wait to get on this webinar to reveal this tonight. I get so many on my people that call me, hey, Rico, man, I just put out 15 bandit signs. This is going to be good, man. And you know what? I'm going to win. No, you're not going to win, man. I'm going to be honest with you. You got to go back out there and put out 1,000 signs. And guys, yes, sometimes you will get fined for putting out bandit signs on posts. But guys, sometimes that comes with the game. And if you want to refrain from getting fined from putting out bandit signs on posts, from having them being posted for over 24 hours, go invest in metal stakes and stick them in the ground. Because when you can stick them in the ground, that's legal. You're not going to get in trouble for sticking them in the ground. So when it comes to bandit signs, there are no excuses. You got to get your butt up and you got to go out there and you got to win. That's the only way. All right, guys, you got to go above and beyond. If you're going to utilize the bandit sign strategy, you got to go above and beyond. All right. Thank you. Let's move on to the next one. How to find underpriced houses. As we were talking and speaking of previously, you can drive for dollars to find motivated sellers. Driving for dollars is one of the most powerful ways that I was able to find motivated sellers utilizing the resource that I told you about earlier, which was Intellius.com. And once again, you can go in areas where your buyers are buying in because you have developed relationships with them already. Okay, so you can go to those areas where they're buying in and just drive. Look for certain houses that seem like the grass is growing tall, or as you can see in this far right picture here, it's boarded up. Okay, pay attention to those things, because if you do, that'll alarm you and let you know there may be an absentee person who's not living in that property. So get that address and write it down, put it in Intellius and research it. Okay, driving for dollars is effective, but it's not for lazy people. Once again, I got people that's logging on into these pre-recorded webinars out here that's looking for a secret. They're looking for a cheat code. Guys, it's not no shortcut. You got to work hard. The same way that I just motivated you to use bandit signs to find motivated sellers, it's the same way I'm gonna motivate you to use driving for dollars. Don't put 20 bucks in your tank and think you can go drive and look at 4 houses. If you're going to utilize this option, if you're going to drive for dollars, you got to go look at least 100 houses. You got to look at least 100 to 150 to 200 houses. You know, I can hear you guys saying, dog, Rico said, I got to go look at 100. Yes, if you want to win in wholesaling. You know, if you literally want to win, most people don't understand the work it takes to be successful in this business. You got to go above and beyond. You're going to hear driving for dollars so much, but who's really hustling in that niche? Who's really breaking their back in that niche? Only a few. Everybody's talking about it, but only a few are doing it. Right now, you're getting motivated right now watching this webinar, but after this webinar, are you going to go effectively apply what I'm saying to you right now? That's how you're going to win. So that's one of the effective ways to find underpriced houses, driving for dollars. Okay? All right, let's go to the next one. My favorite one, guys, my favorite one out of everything that I've just detailed, direct mail marketing. Direct mail marketing is a very unique and powerful way of sending out postcards or letters to motivated sellers or motivated homeowners who are looking to sell their properties. Okay, this is like reversing the hard work of you having to put out the bandit signs. It's reversing you with the hard work of you having to, waste your gas and drive for dollars. You can actually spend your money. Yes, you have to pay for this option right here. You can spend your money in a direct mail campaign and actually have motivated sellers calling your phone from that. And the postcard is going to look something like this. An example in this picture here, it says, "Hi, my name is Jack, and I would like to buy your house at whatever address that you're going to be marketing to. Please call me at 901-300-6605. That's it. Very simple and to the point and direct, because when you're looking for a motivated seller, that person is probably has lost their job. They're facing foreclosure. Somebody probably has died, and they need to immediately know that you can help them. And direct mail is going directly to their mailbox, guys. This is a very, very powerful way of finding motivated sellers. Okay, there is nothing out there that has transformed my business like direct mail marketing. And I want you to take heed to that and pay attention to that. Okay. All right, now we're going to move to how to find buyers. It's getting juicy. How to find buyers. First and foremost, I'm going to teach you guys how to find your buyers on the internet. And, you know, I got students all across the country. You know, I got students in New York. I got students in California. I got students in Ohio. And they're like, man, how do you find your buyers to get these deals, Rico? You know, what do you do? What's the secret sauce? And I tell them one of the most common sense ways of finding buyers, Google. Just utilize Google, you know? And once you get done with Google, I'm going to teach you about LinkedIn, but LinkedIn Premium, which is different from the usual LinkedIn. Okay. So let's talk about Google for a second. When I say Google, and most questions out there, they're like, well, Rico, if you're in Memphis, Tennessee, how you're able to coach someone that lives in, you know, Chicago, Illinois, or California, how can you specifically cater to someone who's in Nevada or in Arizona? I tell them that I need them to locate their buyers first. That's how I'm able to assist them, because if we can locate your buyers in your local market, then I can tell you how to set up a targeted marketing campaign that makes sense to the investors that's in your market. All right. So when we work together, I have them go on Google. I have them go on Google because Google is one of the largest search engine outlets in the internet. Okay. It's for almost for everything. If you don't know anything and you want to look up something, we go to Google now. Okay. So most of the expert buyers, they're spending millions of dollars on marketing material to be number one on Google. So if you're in Houston, Texas, what I'm going to do is have you put in real estate investment companies in Houston, Texas in the search engine tab right here, as you can see. And what's going to happen is all of the companies that's buying in that market is going to pop up on Google. It's common sense. They're going to pop up. Okay. We froze, guys. We back. Everybody still here. We froze. Had a glitch. I came back to life. I know everybody like, where is he at? Okay. Terrell, Martavius, Kay, Raymond. Can y'all hear me loud and clearly? Can y'all hear me? Man, I got lost. Can y'all hear me? Y'all back? I still got my whole audience still on. Okay. Let's get back to business, guys. All right, like I was saying, on Google. But screen is spinning. It says the screen is spinning. Is your screen spinning? Okay. If your screen is spinning, Terrell, Jawan, okay, hold up. I'm gonna stop. Janet, it says screen buffing. All right, thank y'all. Man, I appreciate you guys for helping and waiting with me and sticking through this. We're gonna wait till you guys' screen is working. We got Rodney on. Still on. We still on. Give me about 3 minutes, guys. We're gonna fix this. Screen. Huh.
We good now?
So, are we good yet? Somebody let me know. Chat box. What a chat box. Let me know. Y'all can see me. Are we still there? Are we still there? Are we back? Are we back? Are we alive? Man, we got a lot of, I think we have so many people on right now that it basically kind of just threw us all out of whack. Like literally, man, we got that many people on. Okay. Thank you all for just waiting. Dang, and they stayed. No one left. Like no one left. All right, cool. So we're going to get back to Google, guys. Yo, so with Google, you can actually put the companies in Google in the search engine tab and actually pull up these companies. But what happened is people have a phobia of getting out of their shell. They are afraid of making a phone call to these buyers and setting up appointments so they can learn the criteria of what their buyer is buying in their local market. This is how I set myself up. And this is how I built a strong foundation, guys. Okay. And this is what I want you all to do. This is how you're going to immediately find your buyers. You have to put in the search engine tab, whatever city and state that you're located in. I want you to put in right now, if you're in St. Louis, real estate investment company in St. Louis. Look at the companies that pop up. You're going to get 5 buyers. Okay, that's the goal. Because if you can get 5 buyers, what we're going to do is we're going to get an accumulative total of 5 zip codes from each of those buyers. What's going to happen is we're going to have an amount of 25 zip codes that's going to cover the entire area of where you're located. Okay, 5 buyers, and we're going to get 5 zip codes from each of those buyers. So you may ask, Rico, what am I going to do with those 25 zip codes that I just got from my 5 expert buyers in my local market? Well, what you're going to do now is you're going to set up a tailor-made targeted campaign, because guess what? 90% of the competition, once again, they go out there and they massively marketed an area without even knowing where they're going to find a buyer. They go out there, they exhort themselves to find a house, and they have to wait 30 days to find an end buyer in hopes that they find an end buyer, guys, with no relationship. We're going to end it and eradicate that. You got to build relationships with these buyers, because if you build relationships with these buyers, they're going to know that you're serious, and they're going to cater to you, and they're going to become your mentors, and they're going to help you set up a targeted campaign in your local market. That's very, very important. So I want you to utilize Google to immediately find yourself your buyer. All right. Now, guys, if this information is good so far, I want you all to press 1 right now in the chat box and let me know that I'm giving you some good information right now. Okay, press 1 in the chat box for me if you can. All right, so we're going to go next. Yes, okay. Got a lot of ones. Woo! Great. Okay, everybody's putting in. They let me know I'm putting in good info right now. Thanks, Terrell. Appreciate that. G, Gerald, Dominique, Martavius, Raymond, Brittany. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. Rodney, Stacy, Marquise, Kenyon, Janet. Thank you. All right, now LinkedIn, guys. We've heard of LinkedIn. Okay, we heard of the regular LinkedIn. We've heard of going on there and advertising our business and connecting with like-minded people on LinkedIn. We know that that's a free service. But what a lot of us do not know is that there's a LinkedIn premium account that we can actually get involved with on here. It's powerful. So if you actually become a member of LinkedIn Premium, you can have direct access to CEOs of these real estate companies that's in your local market versus having to send out an invite and waiting until they accept your friend request to see if they want to even respond to your message. That's powerful. That's powerful. Okay. You mean direct access also to asset managers of banks, direct access to hedge fund and private equity firms that will buy and fund your deals. Okay. This is cornering the market because these guys pay retail versus the local guys and what they can pay. This is positioning yourself to be a real wholesaler and benefiting from building relationships with these buyers. Okay. And as you can see here, this is something that I did all the way back in 2014 when I was, and I still do reach out to these buyers to build relationships and to know what to say. Teresa, I see you have a question here. If you can hold it, please hold it to the end and I'm going to reveal it to you. Okay. Just hold it to the end, Teresa. I see your question. All right. So if you can see right here, it says, "Hi, Scott. My name is Rico Smith. I recently connected with you on LinkedIn. I currently own an investment company in Memphis, Tennessee, and I'm looking to acquire non-performing notes or properties. And I also have access to some distressed properties at a very low price as well. If you're looking to liquidate or acquire any real estate assets, I'd love to connect with you briefly and talk about it. I know you are busy, so I won't take up too much of your time. Thank you." And I left my number. Okay, guys, that's what you have to do. That's what you have to do. Okay, so when you're on LinkedIn, let me go back there for a second. When you're on LinkedIn, you're not going to sit there and send out 2 or 3 messages a day. Stop thinking that that's work. If you're going to utilize these strategies, you have to exalt yourself. I would literally sit right here for hours, and I would sometimes send out 100 messages a day, 100 messages, because I knew it was a numbers game. I knew everyone wasn't going to reply back. I knew that if I sent out 100, I had a high chance of getting 25 responses back. Okay, so you have to do that and harness that. Utilize effectiveness and exert yourself when we're at this option with the LinkedIn tool. Okay. All right. Now, your local real estate investing meetings and your local real estate investing organizations and meetups. Okay. You can actually go there and network with like-minded individuals in the real estate industry, and you can network with the buyers because the real estate investors are there. You got to go where the true players are. Okay. You got to go where the guys that are in the game are located. Once again, people have a phobia of going and talking and getting up out of their nutshell and shaking hands with people. So I got to ask you, are you hungry enough? Do you really want this? What's stopping you from going to a local real estate meetup and going to these buyers and introducing yourself so you can get the criteria met for your local market? Hey, how you doing, sir? My name is Rico Smith. I'm a local real estate investor that started here in this market, and I'm looking to network with you. Do you have any time to set up an appointment with me? Because I want to help you be your eyes and ears to the market. I want to be a successful wholesaler. Okay, let's set up a time so I can talk to you and develop the areas where you're buying in and develop a successful campaign. That's all you have to do, guys, to find buyers. It's not rocket science. It's not hard. But what one thing is, people want the shortcut. They don't want to work hard for this. You got to work hard for this. I'm not going to tell you nothing else, but you got to bust your butt. And when you do that, then you're going to start to reap the results. Okay? It's no shortcuts. Now, how to lock properties under contract and close the deal. I know this is something that a lot of you guys want. Let me get some water, babe. I know this is something that a lot of you guys want, and I'm going to reveal this to you. So I hope you have your pen and pad ready. How to lock properties under contract and close the deal. The purchase contract. Now, the purchase contract is one of the most important pieces of paper in your wholesaling career because it allows you to control your property. You, as an American citizen of the United States, have the right to control a piece of property with a purchase contract with the backing of a closing attorney who's going to close the deal for you. If you look closely at the purchase contract, it says buyer / and or assigns. That means that you, that person that controlled that piece of residential property, can assign your contract to an end buyer for an assignment fee. You do not have to have a license for that. Okay. It's a big misconception. A lot of people are going to tell you, hey, how are you dealing with these contracts and you don't have a real estate license? Hey, I don't have to. That's what you tell them. You don't have to. That's a big misconception. Okay. So the purchase contract actually allows you to control that property, and it helps you lock your position in to get the deal. No one can go around you now. Now you're locked in and you're able to assign that piece of paper and get ready for the next transition, which is the assignment contract. The assignment contract is that piece of paper that is basically your compensational agreement between you and your end buyer. Your buyer is going to pay you whatever fee is on this assignment contract. Okay. Just as you and the seller signs the purchase contract, you and your end buyer is going to sign the assignment in order for you to get paid. So if you're making $5,000 to $10,000 on a deal, that $10,000 is going to be on that assignment fee. All right. I hope that makes sense. Now, a close day. A lot of people don't know what the close day is or even what it looks like, because sometimes they've joined a real estate coaching program where their coach is trying to handle everything and it leaves them in the dark where they don't see anything. They never see the closing office. They never walk into the closing office and actually pick up their check from a real closing agent or a closing attorney. And that's something that we do together. So the close day looks like the seller goes to the title company, and the title company is the place where they pull escrow and they pull title on properties and they open up escrow. Okay. So when they pull a title on these properties, they're basically making sure that that seller doesn't have any outstanding judgments or liens on their name. You have to know that. In order to close a deal, you have to take it to a closing agent at a title company to get done. All right. The closing agent is going to take both of your contracts. She's going to make sure that the buyer assignment fee gets compensated towards you the close day, and the actual day that property closes with the sellers, you're going to go up there and pick up your check. Okay, that's how the closing deal looks. Now, there you have it in a nutshell. We just went over the exact process you can use to find underpriced houses, find buyers right now, lock houses under contract, and get paid from real estate. That's very, very important. So there you have it again. I just laid out the exact framework used to generate millions in revenue in wholesale real estate. You guys see the value in this process? Press 1 right now if you see the value in everything that I've just given you so far, leading on up into this webinar. Press 1 in the chat box before I keep going. I'm going to catch a breath. Please press 1 if I'm doing good. Okay, everybody's understanding me. Thank you, James, Gerald, Stacy, Coco, Marquise, Terrell, G, Nisha, K, Chris, Jay, Janet, Rodney. Thank you, guys. All right. Man, that's good. Everybody's understanding me. Gabriel, I see you. Devon, thank you, man. Brittany, Backus. Oh, it's so many people. I'm trying to name everyone, y'all. Man, Tim, Roger. Thanks. All right, I'm going to stop right there. All right. Wholesaling becomes so much easier when you have a framework. Dorian, I see you. Have a framework you can follow. But Rico, what about the other important parts of the wholesaling process? You know, things like setting up appointments or talking to sellers and negotiating deals. What about that? How about finding the most motivated sellers? I know you guys got more questions out there. You know, now what I want to know is who's interested in learning my entire wholesaling system from start to finish. I mean, the entire wholesaling process from start to finish right now. You know, from how to find houses and setting appointments every week, not next week, but every week. How to find the most motivated sellers. How to structure your deals for maximum profit. Okay. My exact negotiation strategies used to close deals. The exact contracts I use. And even more in-depth training on wholesaling and direct mail marketing, because you guys know it's more. It's so much more. Man, there's so many people that's interested in this right now. Look at this. I'm gonna cut it to the chase and be honest with you right now. You got 2 options. Option 1, you could try to talk to the buyers yourself, you know, You can not know if people are ripping you off, and this is at an all-time high. People online right now giving jumbo mumbo game, and people are believing in them. And it's easy to con someone and get them to see that they don't have really a high belief system, and they take advantage of them. So you can go out there and keep buying those bullcrap programs. You can keep wasting time. You can go on YouTube. You can drive around and look for houses over and over again. And let me say something about going on YouTube. It's nothing wrong with going on YouTube, guys. You can learn so much from YouTube. But if you're constantly going over YouTube over and over and over again, almost stuck with the analysis of paralysis, it's not a good thing. You got to take something from YouTube and make it happen and then come back to it. If you ain't taking nothing from YouTube and not manifesting it in your life, you got to leave it alone. Or you can keep driving around making yourself feel good like you a real estate investor or you a real wholesale real estate investor. I get people all the time, yeah, man, I'm driving in my car and, I'm looking at houses and I can't wait till I find a house, and they never do. How many times you gonna keep making yourself feel good and you really know you're BSing yourself? You got to break that paradigm. Or worse than that, you could be the average person that keep going to Barnes and Nobles, keep ordering books off Amazon and reading them over and over again until you think you're just the smartest person in the room. You got to apply that. Stop doing it. Don't allow the analysis of paralysis to overtake you. You got to apply this. Now you got option 2, which is the most powerful, beneficial option right now. That's why I call this a revolution. You can let us guide you through the process using the system we've already proved that works. You get every part of our system set up and running for you within a matter of days. You see my testimonials. You see me on the news with thousands of people that I've helped across the United States. This is not no hocus pocus. This is the real truth right here. And this is a revolution because I'm eradicating that bullshit that's out here. I've laid myself on the street. I've sacrificed my hard work to give you real information right now. All right. So the next step right now is, would you like to hear about how to have this done for you? Think about that in a nutshell. Would you like to hear how to have everything that I've just told you done for you? But you still gonna have to, work hard now, but still have that system created for you. Put in the Q&A box right now. You ready? Let me know who ready right now that will understand that I can set up this whole system and have it done for you. Man, everybody's ready right now. This is a real game. All right, guys. Introducing the wholesale revolution. This is the wholesale revolution. This is something that's life-changing, revolutionary. I had to get out of my seat for this, and I hope you guys are ready for this segment of the webinar because I'm going to need your most undivided attention right now, okay? I need you to cut your phone off or get away from people who's loud. Now, I want you to know, I'm going to be loud and very clear to you right now. This is the first full-blown wholesale real estate training course that will make you never have to worry about money again. Think about that. You will never have to worry about money again. That's 95% of people problems in the world when they wake up. How am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to feed my kids? How am I going to cover enough money to fix my car and to get it running again? How am I going to be able to give my mama some money when she needs it, but I don't even have it? And this system is ran by someone who's actually, yes, me. I've built a multi-six-figure business and sold 450 properties to date. When you hear how to sell houses, you will always feel confident in your ability to make money. I'm going to say that one more time, y'all. When you know how to sell houses, you will always feel confident in your ability to make more money. Now, check this out. Inside the wholesale revolution right now, I got 6 modules in the wholesale revolution. I got 6 modules, okay? Module 1 is the foundation for wholesale real estate success. We're going to build up your foundation and we're going to make your foundation solid. Because if you don't have a foundation, then you're going to fall through like quicksand. And that's not what we about. We about having a solid foundation that we can stand on, okay? Module 2, how to find the hottest and most lucrative marketing channels. We tired of those bullcrap marketing channels that these people are trying to sell us out here. That's old and outdated. We appreciate what they feel like works, but it doesn't work if they're not in the game. So I'm going to give you up-to-date marketing channels that's working and that's going to transform your business, okay? That's what we're going to go about in Module 2. Module 3, how to negotiate and close deals on command this week, not next week, this week. And one of the benefits of how to negotiate and close deals is having an access of me on your phone. Think about that. All these so-called gurus, when they sell you the information, they give you a kit and they pat you on the back, but you can't call them on the phone when you have a real seller in the state of needing you. That's what I provide. Module 4, we're going to talk about the place where you close your deals a little bit more, okay? The place where you close your deals a little bit more, and that's the closing office. So I want to reveal you that information too, all right? Module 5, closing the deal and financial planning for long-term benefit. That's very important. What you going to do when you make the money? Are you going to piss it off? Most people make money and they just blow it off and they don't have a plan with it. You got to take that money and you got to reinvest in it. You got to go back in your marketing and you got to save. So I want to talk about that. That's something these gurus are not coaching out here. Module 6, partnering with hedge funds and how to perform a double closing. Very, very powerful. Now let's go over this information. I hope you got your pen and pad ready. All right. The wholesale revolution. Remember, this training will give you the exact framework on every part of the wholesale real estate process to follow. Okay. A proven framework. You're going to use this framework over and over again to get your first $5,000 a month, or you can scale it to $25,000 a month. It's all off your personal hustle and it's all off how you feel. Okay. But I'm going to show you how you can do it. Let's get ready. Module 1, the foundation for wholesale real estate success. We will go over the basis of wholesale real estate and how to make sure you are not going to get ripped off. You got to know real information from bullcrap information, and I'm going to show you how to separate that, okay? We will go over everything I will recommend for you to begin the reverse wholesaling process. And most people are out there, they're saying, what is the reverse wholesaling process? The reverse wholesaling process is basically reversing everything you thought about to do in wholesaling. You think it's the proper way to go find a house first? No, you're going to find the buyer first and then go find the properties, okay? And we will also go over how to find buyers so you don't have to risk any of your own money. That's very, very important. Module 2, how to find the hottest and most lucrative marketing channels. This one is huge right now. This one is huge right now because a lot of people need to know how to market effectively in their business and they don't, okay? You're going to learn how I select niches and go after the market. Learn how I select niches and go after the market. One of my key concepts is building relationships with the buyers first. You're going to keep hearing me say this because if I build the relationships with the buyers first, I'm going to learn where they are buying the properties and I can hit that market specifically with my campaigns. It's not rocket science, okay? No more unnecessary, frustrating marketing methods that don't work. We're done with that. You're going to learn how to find the exact properties to target so that you can be assured the properties are pre-qualified for you to buy. All right? Discover little-known ways to find sellers that nobody thinks about that kicks ass for wholesaling, guys. I want you to know that it kicks ass for wholesaling. I mean, it's a powerful secret. Module 3, how to negotiate and close deals on command this week. This is a revolutionary thing. Learn about the exact contracts you need to close your deal and how to structure the contract for your benefit, okay? How to understand the difference between a real estate agent and a real estate wholesaler, a very big separate world. How to negotiate with your sellers to arrange a maximum profit in a win-win situation with your buyer. You got to know these key things. Most people overlook this. They don't even know about this, including the contracts for your digital download. So with your concern, oh, where do I get the contracts? How does a contract look? What do I say? It's already there in the format for you to understand because I'm going to walk you through that process. And another thing is when you're getting on the phone with the sellers, you're not going to read from a piece of paper. You're not reading from a script like most of these gurus sell you out here. When a motivated seller calls your phone, you are to call me, and I'm going to help you negotiate. That's true edification, and that's something that most of these coaches are not doing. If you do, you need to point them out and tell me where they at, because I haven't seen it unless they're charging over $50,000 for it. You need to know how that looks, how that feels, how that sounds. So when a seller calls your phone, you introduce yourself. Hey, my name is John. I work alongside with my partner, Rico Smith, and I would like to include him on this conference call to help better assist us. That's real accountability that I'm providing in this coaching program that you're not going to find anywhere else. That's why when you go on my Instagram and you scroll all the way to the end, back 5 years, you see hundreds of people getting checks. That's the revolution that I'm providing. Module 4, the place where you close your deals. Exactly how to position yourself as the expert by building relationships with the title companies. Once again, the competition don't want to build relationships with the title companies because they so blinded by money. People let money destroy their true aims in life. There's nothing wrong with making money, but you got to value relationships. And if you value relationships with the proper title companies, your business is gonna grow above and beyond than you could ever imagine. I want to give you in-depth details on how to gather the info you need to set yourself up for an easy close. You got to work with transparency. How you set up the email formats. Do you include the buyer and the seller and the closing agent in the email formats? This is something you need to know. How to get the closing attorneys to close your deals at rapid speed. That's what I'm revealing in module 4. One little secret that will allow you to become the best wholesaler in the entire company's office. Think about that. You're the #1 wholesaler that gets your deals done fast because you're the closing agent's favorite one. Every time your deal closes, you value relationships with them and you give them gifts because that's something that the competition don't do. Let me show you how to separate yourself and win big for yourself and your family. All right. And I'm going to show you where to pick up your checks. Where to pick up your checks. Module 5. Closing the deal and financial planning for long-term benefits. So important. I'm going to take you by hand and show you how to close your deal using a proven framework. What to do with the profits you earn from wholesaling. How to build your capital and become an ultimate wholesale entrepreneur. Guys, the people who winning are the ones who saving their money and preparing for tomorrow. See, the ones who losing, when they make their money, they blow it off and they try to exalt themselves and go make it again. But you're not doing it because you're going to plan for the long term. And you're going to keep saving your money till you have millions of dollars, period, point blank. Let me allow you to structure and show you how to do that, okay? Now, discover the 52-week savings secret that most people bypass because they spend their money so frivolously. They spend their money so frivolously, habitually. Let me help you break that paradigm and so you can save your money the right way, all right? And you're going to learn the secrets of asset allocation. Take the money you make and reinvest it and purchase in an asset. Back, someone said that they lost connection. Right now, if you cannot see me, I want you to put in the chat box that you do not have connection. If you can see me, say that I'm okay and I'll keep moving forward. Can everybody see me right now? Am I okay? Okay, cool. I got you guys, Rodney. Thank you. All right. Module 6, partnering with hedge funds and how to perform a double closing. Many techniques to find and contact billion-dollar companies. I'm gonna give you the resource to show you where these billion-dollar companies are. And these companies are hungry for properties. They're hungry to network with like-minded wholesale entrepreneurs like yourself. But you have to go to them. They're not going to come find you. They're not going to come knock on your door. All right. How to close a deal with 15,000 plus profit with a hedge fund company. And I'm going to show you how to set that up. How to make more money than you ever thought was possible through wholesaling while working with the hedge fund company. It's unbelievable because right now people only think, well, I could just work with a local wholesaler or a local real estate investor or a local real estate company that has an accredited $500,000. But wouldn't it be beneficial to partner with a company that's worth 10 or 15 or 20 million? Let me show you how to do that. Or what if they're $1 billion company, multi-million-dollar company? That's who you need to align yourself with, because guys, they're going to pay retail when local people are paying wholesale. Imagine banking on a retail deal. That's how I'm a position and show you, all right, how to build relationships with multi-millionaires. Guys, people bypass building relationships. Relationships will take you a long way. If you value relationships over the money will coincidentally come faster than you can ever imagine. Remember that. I hope you write that note down. Value relationships. And then I want to talk about how to perform a double closing. Hint, the double closing is very, very important. And then we're going to talk about the technical aspects of the double closing process, the ins and outs of it. How does it look? How do you set it up? Now, I got another bonus for you, a real special bonus for you staying until the end of this webinar. If you stay, I'm going to give you this for free. Learn the 11 forgotten laws, which will transform your life in wholesaling and beyond. I'm going to give you something very powerful and motivational that you can have so you can transform your self-development realm. This is how you win big in wholesaling. See, this thing gets hard. And if you're not equipping yourself with the right mindset secrets to win through these obstacles, you're going to lose quick. Half of the people quit in wholesaling. They think they're ready, but they're not ready. I'm telling you that right now. A lot of people scroll on Instagram, look at the lifestyles, and they think it's easy, but it's harder than you can imagine. I'm going to show you how you can learn how this can impact your business massively from the 80% mental and 20% know-how rule. You're going to discover the power of your subconscious mind, in which God gave us. He gave us this magical power to help manifest and attract whatever it is we think in our minds to ourselves. And then you're going to learn the secret money information that will attract money in your life instantly if you say it to yourself over and over again every single day. And if you stay to the end of this webinar, guys, I'm going to give it to you for free. And I appreciate your time and patience for staying with me through this webinar. Just make sure I'm trying to give you the maximum benefit and value that I can, something that these people are not doing right now with these pre-recorded webinars. All right, now, so much will be done. So much will be done. Look, everybody, this is the exact framework I've used and shown others to build themselves 5 to 6 figure businesses through wholesale real estate. You can have new set appointments within the week. Once you get your new system in place, it will change your life. This is the beginning of a revolution. And I'm not just saying, man, it's a revolution because it sounds good. How many times have you seen a real wholesale real estate coach out here give himself up completely, give his buyers up, give his resources up, give his personal phone number up, give his time up? That's why it's a revolution, because I'm breaking the paradigm and I'm actually trying to feed families and give them true education in the real estate industry. I got more bonuses for you. If you think it's a game, I got more value for you, because I know that if you have a winning mindset, you're going to win. So check out these bonuses right here. How to develop a winning mindset. The same concepts I use to program my mind for success, I'm going to give them to you. And then I got another bonus. I'm going to give you a personal phone call with me to show you how serious and intentional I am, to separate myself from a lot of this bull crap that you're seeing over and over again. Listen, this is a revolution, and that word is not to be taken lightly. When I was stuck paying for these overpriced, watered down, bartered up seminars and coaching platforms, I could never actually call someone and talk to a real person when I needed help. Well, today, all of that changes with the wholesale real estate revolution. How many of us purchased a program? We knew we were going to get the full benefit out of that program. But when we called that company, they put us to a sales team. A sales team. Could you believe that I was talking to a person from a sales team that was trying to help me with the deal? Something wasn't right. So I asked myself, I said, hold on, sir. Do you have any real estate yourself? Do you own any real estate properties? And guess what they say? Sir, I don't have any real estate. This is just a job for me. What type of real estate companies are out here? Let's put an end to this. If you do not have any type of real estate, or if you are not in the game, please do not give me any type of conversation in relation to my business. So guys, if you want to talk to a real coach, that's what I'm going to do tonight for you. We are the only real estate coaching program that offers this. Once again, if you know any other coaching program that does, let me know. Another bonus, the Wholesale Revolution community. Access to my student group to review houses and ask questions in the group that I always respond to. Guys, I want you to know that you will have access to the Wholesale Revolution, a group of like-minded people that are already involved in the wholesale real estate industry that you can shoot deals to, you can shoot ideas to, but most importantly, you can put up comments and which will get responded to. Yes, I respond to comments. How many of us put up comments and people don't even respond back to them? All we want is some pieces of information. That's what I offer in my community, guys. So I'm going to actually allow that door to be opened up to you so you can network with all of my students across the country. Now, let's go over the modules again with the Wholesale Revolution. Module 1, the foundation for wholesale real estate success. Module 2, how to find the hottest and most lucrative marketing channels. Module 3, how to negotiate and close the deals on command this week. Module 4, the place where you close your deals. Module 5, closing the deal and financial planning for long-term benefit. Okay. Module 6, partnering with hedge funds and how to perform a double closing. And then we got the bonuses, how to develop a winning mindset, which is so important. I can't stress that enough. It's so important. Another bonus, a personal phone call with me, myself. Another bonus, the Wholesale Revolution community. You have access to it, okay? These is free. These 3 bonuses are free. I'm going to give you, okay? Now, with the Wholesale Revolution, I want you to, for all of you guys that's logged on all across the country, from New York all the way up to Canada tonight, with everything that I've mentioned, do you see this being worth with a total value of $10,673? Me giving my personal self up, my personal resources, my time to accelerate you, basically walk you and getting a deal. Is this worth $10,673? Is it worth that? Now, let me ask you something. If all you did was bring in an extra $5K a month, would it be worth a one-time investment of $10,673? Think about that. What would it feel like to be able to know and feel confident to wholesale real estate without risking any of your own money? What would it be like to finally quit your job and take that vacation you have always dreamed of? Think about that. Gave you the security to know that your family would be taken care of. Your family, to be able to leave a generational legacy. Is it worth that? Is it worth looking at your kids and promising them that their future is going to be secured? Is it worth $10,673? Somebody let me know that. What would it feel like to create your own schedule and wake up when you want to without having that nagging alarm clock just making so much noise inside of you or your phone? Let me know that. Or would it be worth $2,997? Would it be worth that? That's almost $3,000 for the value that I've just provided and told you that I will give you. Something that's a revolution and something that you will never see again. And I want to say this. Right now, I'm doing something big because I've helped so many people. I'm so hungry to put out this information in the world that I'm going to do a special right now. I'm going to do a 48-hour live webinar special for you being on here. You could get the Wholesale Revolution today for only $1,497. That's $1,497. $1,497. That's a 48-hour webinar special price for having you on this webinar right now to give you this information. That's limited to the first 10 buyers for access. It's too overwhelming. I can't take all of you guys. If I could, I would, but I can't. This is limited to the first 10 people that can understand and see the value in this. I know it's tired kickers out there, and I know they're probably saying I can't pay $14.97, and I don't need you, and I don't need to deal with you, and that's understandable. But there are hungry people who see the value in this, and let's get ready to take this thing to the next level so we can make you a full-time wholesale real estate investor. We're not going to sell you no kits and pat you on the back. We're going to walk you to your closing table. So right now, I want you to click the link. I want you to go to www.thewholesalerevolution.com/go right now to get involved. And also, what I'm going to do is a 30-day refund guarantee to show you that I'm not bull crapping with my program. Okay? I got a 30-day action-based refund guarantee. You watch the videos and you do the prospecting methods I outlined, and you still feel the information wasn't worth it, then no question asked. I'm going to give you your money back, okay? I'm going to give you your full refund back. Let's not play any games. If you feel like everything that I've given you is not working, here's your money. But if you're serious about transforming your life, then let's take this thing to the next level right now. www.thewholesalerevolution.com/go. I need you to press 1 in the chat box if you think this is worth $14.97. Let me see you press 1 in the chat box right now. If it's worth that. I didn't say 50,000, 25,000. I said $14.97. It's a lot of ones popping up, man, because it's valuable. They see the value in this, man. And as we continue, guys, I want to show you the testimonials that I have. I want to show you the real people that have came in my program and that has transformed their lives. I have people from Memphis, Tennessee on this picture, Florida, Texas, Atlanta. And the benefit of it is not only do we make money together, but I have relationships with these people. Man, there's a lot of ones popping up right now. They see the value in this because it's not bull crap. People can see the realness. We just got signups. Okay. Whoa, Tom, I appreciate you for taking the time to sign up right now. I'm gonna give you a call when this ends, man, so we can break your game plan down. I appreciate and salute you for that, brother. Guys, once again, oh, we got another sign up. Okay. Guys, man, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go. It's a revolution. I'm going to give you my all. If you take 2 steps towards me, I take 10. Man, and I respect that. Guys, I'm not going to hold you long, and I know you guys are ready to go because I have to make personal phone calls to each and every single one of you. But let me continue to read these testimonials. This is from Chris in Atlanta. I was able to coach him all the way from me being in Memphis with him being in Atlanta, and he texted me one morning. He said, man, it's been about a year since we have spoke, but I wanted you to know that I finally got my first deal. I felt I owed you the respect to know that, especially because I started with you. Peace. Craig Jones from Atlanta. Craig, that meant a lot, man. I really appreciate that. Jay, you said, can we sign up at a later time? Yes, you can. You can sign up at a later time. All right, let's read one from Nikki. Hey, Rico, it's Nikki. From your class earlier, what you are doing is amazing. We wanted to talk a little more, but we had to get to our sitter. We came to your class for the information, but we came to see what kind of person you truly are. And energy does not lie nor hide. You are impeccable. For you to give your information and resources to help others bypass the obstacles you overcame is inspiring and motivational. We'll definitely be attending many more classes. Thank you. Thank you, Nikki, for that powerful testimonial. That's actually one of my favorite testimonials so far. All right. Now, I got a fast action bonus that you guys, some of you are out there have just utilized. Fast action bonus. If you join immediately right now and you will receive an extra personal phone call from me. Okay. An extra one. So I congratulate you. We kind of have a personal chit chat, but then we go right into the game plan because, you know, I can get you motivated and riled up, but your game plan is going to be the most important process. Okay. So I'm going to give you an extra phone call, let you know how intentional and serious I am in moving forward. All right. Now I'm about to put the link in the chat box for you guys, in case you wanted to go directly to it and sign up. There it is up there. www.thewholesalerevolution.com/go. We got a lot of signups right now. So guys, man, I'm excited right now. I appreciate you for, taking your time and staying with me on this webinar. It's true go-getters right now. It's time. It is time to rock and roll. As you can see, I have hundreds of people across the United States that I have transformed. I have classes locally here in Memphis, Tennessee, every single Saturday from 1 to 3. The first class session is always free. So if you're ever in the Memphis area, on a Saturday, come to the class, see what the coaching is about. And if it's something that you want, to move forward with, that's something that we could do. Join it today. www.thewholesalerevolution.com/go. It keeps going, guys. I got students all across the United States. Now, this is about much more than just wholesale real estate. This is the beginning of something very, very huge. It's a big passion for me, okay? I want you to learn how to develop a winning mindset. I want you to learn how to create income on command that I've created for myself. Right now it's only 10 spots available at the pre-sale price. Right now it's about 6 spots left with the signups that I have. And join the revolution today. We're not playing games. We're making people full-time wholesale real estate investors, and we're allowing them to make money so they can feed themselves and their families. Join the wholesale revolution. And guys, I got some cool pics here. Got a pic here actually of my 640 BMW that I had last year. I need to change that picture, guys. I have a new BMW i8 now, which I've been blessed to have. I worked so hard for it. And I'm going to put that picture up there pretty soon so you can see it with the doors up. But yeah, I had to actually, before the i8, I had the 640, and real estate provided that, guys. Okay. Real estate provided that opportunity for me to purchase nice things. And not only that, but real estate has provided me the opportunity to develop relationships with great people, in which I have my classes every single Saturday. And, I call my class a sanctuary. It's where we come and we get motivated, we get riled up, and we get fired up to go out there and achieve our goals out there in wholesale real estate. And in this other picture here, you can see I'm actually with my girlfriend, Callie. She's such a tremendous partner in my life right now. We have a great relationship, and we do great things in wholesaling. And she's also in real estate full time, which is a great thing because now she's my teammate. She's my partner. We get to travel. And as you can see here on this picture, we're in Times Square, New York City, we were actually went to New York to go visit some students that logged on in our website. And we went to a major event out there and we had a good time. But guys, wholesale real estate can open up doors for a great lifestyle and a great life for you to live and have. Now, what happens next? What happens next? Right now, what I want you to do is go to the Wholesale Revolution website to join. If you want to take your time and, look at the website a little bit more, look at some videos, go ahead. But why wait? You stay with me for 2 hours. You see the benefit that I can give you. You see that how I could transform your business. So log on right now. Now, this is something that I want us to do. A live Q&A. A live Q&A. I know you guys have a lot of questions out there from me having this webinar. So with any questions that you have, put them in the chat box right now. I'm going to take my time to answer each and every single one of you guys' question, because that's what I do. You got so many people that's out there. Once they get done with their webinars, they immediately end it. They have pre-robots that answer the questions. This is a real person that's going to answer the question for you. Okay, live. Give me 1 second, guys. My mom is calling me while I'm on a webinar. What's going on, Mama?
I got an interview.
Okay, Mom. I'm having a webinar right now. All right. All right. Sorry about that, guys. My mom called me on a live webinar just to show you it's real again. All right. Let's go to the questions. All right. Khalid, something happened to my browser, but the only reason I'm not signing up tonight is because my check doesn't hit my account. Mom, get honored for that extra phone call. Can I until tomorrow? Tomorrow, if you keep your word with me, Khalid, I keep my word, with yours. What I want you to do is put your email in the chat box so we can have it. And let's talk first thing tomorrow morning. As soon as you sign up, we're going to go over your game plan and we're going to, go from there, man. Yeah, and that's my word. So, yeah, I will honor that extra phone call for you. No problem, bro. All right, Teresa. Teresa got a question. Can you do this with townhomes? Does it have to be just single family homes? That's a great question, Teresa. No, it is not excluded with townhomes. You can do this with apartment buildings, townhomes, condominium units, single family properties, mobile homes. Whatever property niche you want to focus on, you can do it. Because, Teresa, I want you to remember one thing. There's a buyer for everything out there. The only thing you have to do is just showcase it, find that buyer that specifically buys townhomes, and then go and find it for them. So, yes, you can do this with townhomes. We can wholesale townhomes. Martavius, do you do a training on cold calling? All the time. We actually did a training on cold calling not too long ago in class where I actually, get my yellow pages and I go to the real estate section and I call everybody that's in the real estate section for a house. I desperately call them because it's like, if you're in real estate and you don't have much money in the beginning, you gotta haul your ass, and that's free. So all you do is you go to somebody in the real estate section and you say, hey, my name is Martavius. I just started wholesaling here in this local market. We are desperately looking for properties right now. We're calling everybody. We've hit the MLS, but it's so competitive. Do you have any inventory right now that I can buy? That's all you do. And you do that over and over again. And that's something that I train on, Martavius. So yes, I do train on cold calling. All right. Rodney, what about small markets like my hometown, Union City, less than 10K population? Do you advise to look elsewhere? That's a very, very, very good question. The benefit about you being in Union City, Rodney, is less competitive. So I know it's kind of hard believing that if you hit outskirts cities, you won't have much success, but you will, because buyers are actually buying on outskirts of towns because there's not much competition. So with me being in Memphis, Tennessee, we love to invest in the outskirt areas such as West Memphis or Little Rock where there aren't many buyers. So yes, you can do that right now. I hope I'm helping you out with that. Janet, how do you market deals without brokering without a license? That's a very, very good question. Once again, many people say, do you have to have a license to do real estate? No, you have to have license to be a real estate agent. But to your question, how do you market deals? I don't market deals. I operate in the reverse wholesaling format. I build relationships with expert real estate buyers first, and I operate with a purchase contract that states buyer / and or assigns. So that means that I can legally assign my purchase contract to an end buyer with the backing of my closing attorney. So once I meet my buyers first and I find out their criteria, I set up my marketing campaigns and I go find those houses. I lock them down with the purchase contract. I take that purchase contract to my buyer's closing attorney, and my closing attorney handles the deal from there. And she assigns the purchase contract to the end buyer legally, which allows me to get my assignment check. And that's how that goes. Hope I helped you out with that one, Janet. Chaquan Hawkins. Chaquan, can you explain? How do you present deals to buyers? Once again, I don't operate in that way. I know that's kind of, different. I don't operate in the way that you've probably heard how to operate in wholesaling. I operate through reverse wholesaling. I go and build relationships with the buyers first. Okay. So basically, I'm presenting myself and I'm asking them, what are they looking for? Are you looking for a certain zip code? Are you looking for a certain house criteria, 3-bedroom, 2 baths? If they say that that's what they're looking for in a certain zip code, then I set up that marketing. So marketing for them. So when I do get that lead, I can take the lead that they're looking for right back to them. So I'm not basically marketing or shopping properties around. I'm not involving myself in daisy chains because it creates a bad taste in the mouths of buyers. They don't want any properties that has been daisy chain shopped. They want something very exclusive. And if you build relationships with them first, you can set up a very, very targeted marketing campaign and do it in that fashion. So that's how I teach. A lot of people are out here teaching people how to wholesale real estate the wrong way. And if you do not have a license and you're out here shopping properties around through these websites, through these third-party websites, you can get yourself in some legal trouble. All right. What's your take on putting up bandit signs in an area where it's full of other bandit signs? Remember, Khalid, we're going above and beyond. We do not compete. We dominate. So we're going to exalt ourselves on the first night. We're going to put out 500 bandit signs. No one is seeing us, period. No one is seeing us. You're going to be the number one person in your market that has the most bandit signs out. That's the mindset. So if that's the case, even if you are in areas where other people are at, it's not going to affect you. You know, it's like race horses. If you ever look at race horses, the professional people who breed these race horses, when it's time to race, they put blindfolds on their eyes. The reason why is so they can't focus on the next person, on the next horse beside them while they're racing. That's the same way you got to do with the bandit sign. Black out and cover it all up. And when you wake up in the morning, your phone is going to explode with leads. Okay, Janet, do you offer a package with scripts, contracts without having to? No, once again, I don't believe in giving people scripts. I keep saying this. You got so many seminars when you go to, you see the Hollywood guru up there. Hey, I got the magic speaking seller kit. And it's a good script. When the seller calls you, you're going to close the deal. That's bull crap. You need to know how that feels, how that looks. So when the sellers call you, you're going to call me. That's true edification. I've been in the business for 8 years. So it's going to go like this. With you doing your direct mail, Janet, you're going to say, hey, and when that seller calls you, you're going to say, hey, my name is Janet. I work alongside with my partner, Rico Smith, and I would like to include him on this conference call to help better assist us. Do you have time? And then you're going to include me in that conference call, and I'm going to come in. I'm going to say, hey, how you doing, ma'am? I know that you've been speaking to my partner, Janet, in regards to your property, and now it's time to negotiate. So you're going to listen. See, that's what I would want somebody to do for me when I was spending so much money on these seminars. They didn't have the time because they wanted to take my money. But I do this full time because I want to ensure you get a deal. So, Janet, after the 10th or 15th time, after you've listened to me, you're going to be like, yo, Rico, I got it now. Let me try one. And so if you try on a live conference call, you're going to get it better. You're going to put your own flavor to the negotiation. And so you're going to learn while I'm pinpointing the seller and I'm asking that person why do they need the certain repairs on their home, or how old is the AC unit? How old is the furnace? You know, what's their number on what they're thinking of selling the property? You know, once you hear this over and over again, you're going to harness it and maintain it and retain it for yourself. And so that's the benefit of what I do. And that's something that these other coaches are not doing. It's easy to create a little script, sell it to you, and going on about my business. But that's not accountability. Very hands-on, Janet. And that's what I try to stretch. Most people, they don't see how hands-on I am. Or it's like when I'm promising what I'm going to do for them, they don't believe it. But yeah, once you sign up, I actually call you. You know, this is what we do. That's why, once again, when you go on my Instagram, you see real testimonials. Okay, guys, I got a lot of questions. Some more. Let me go back. Do you do JV on deals? Martavius, and I'm asking because I've gotten a few deals on the contract by the time expired because I couldn't find buyers in time. You see, again, people, and Martavius, before I get to your question, let me say this. Most people go out there, they try to find a house first, get it under contract, and they exalt themselves trying to find end buyers when they don't even have relationships built yet. Do you guys understand why it's important to build relationships with the buyers first? Then go find the houses, because what happens is in 30 days, no one wants your deal. Why did you even go find that deal? What? Because you said it was a good deal. You thought it was a good deal, but you didn't have an expert buyer overseas to say it was. So remember, find the buyers first, then go look for properties. Because if you do that, you're going to find a buyer in time because the buyer already told you what he wanted. So my tables, I do JVs because I give up my buyers. Okay. I give them to my students so my buyers can close the deals for them. So basically I negotiate your deal. I give you my buyer to close the deal. I don't offer you 70-30 or the 60-40 stuff that's going on out here. I give you the deal 50-50. So you're going to get half of what I make. I think that's fair. And I give off half because you took on faith in something I said that you believe me a little bit. But if I give you 50% of your check, you're going to believe me a whole bunch now. Sometimes you could talk to you blue in the face, but until you do something, then that person believes you. And you once again, you show me someone who's doing that. Get a bunch of Janet, get a bunch of buyers first, and you will close much faster. Not just yes, not vetted ones. And when she said vetted, that means that when you find these buyers, guys, it's a lot of buyers out here that call themselves buyers. That's not real buyers. So they're gonna waste your time, and you don't want that. So when you're vetting a real buyer, what do you want? You want a POF statement. You want to ask your buyer, can I get a real POF statement? And a POF statement is basically a proof of funds stating that they do have those guaranteed funds in the bank account. Okay. All right, guys, we got any more questions? Shoot me some more questions. I did that in the webinar. Jawan said, where did you purchase a purchase contract? Yeah, I offer the contracts for free in MadPaper coaching. You don't even have to purchase them. So go ahead and sign up, brother. Let's go ahead and roll so you can get the contracts for free. All right. All right, guys. I have Nick. Nick got a question for us. What would you say is the best way to build your buyers list? Remember, see, this is something people they're missing. I don't believe in building a list. I build relationships with my buyers, guys. I preach hard on Google for a reason. I told you to call those buyers so you can get out of your comfort zone and go meet them. All you really need is 5 close buyers. Once you build relationships with them, then you will be able to grow and build a list. Okay. Now you're going to go in your local market. You're going to utilize Google. That you're going to utilize everything that I just explained in the webinar to find buyers. That's it. Are you a fan of ringless voicemail? You do a lot of deals, so you have to scale some way. Janet, to answer that question, I scale through co-wholesaling. Co-wholesaling is how I scale. That's how I leverage a lot of my time and a lot of my efforts with outsourcing with my partners. So if I'm teaching 100 students and 100 students do 100 pieces of direct mail, and those students are answering their phones, that's 100,000. They're doing 1,000 mail outs a month. That's 100,000 postcards that's going out that month. But they're handling the phone calls. Okay, so of course sometimes they need my help, in which I do help them, but majority of them are able to understand how to negotiate, and it becomes an easy system as we go on. Do you do systems? Raymond asked me. Systems are, guys, look, systems are great and they sound good and they seem like they can do something magical for us. But my advice to you is to get your hands dirty first. Build up a foundation. Go do some real cold calling. Go do some real door knocking. Go out there and do some real cold calling. Go do some sweat equity, something that's going to help you build a solid foundation and then lead up to systems. Complete 10 deals first. Close on 20 deals first. Save $50,000 because once you invest in systems, you have employees that you have to pay. You have taxes that you have to pay in different brackets. Guys, think this through. Save your money first. See $50,000 to $60,000 to $70,000 first before you try to do all this fabulous stuff. See, people bypass that. They don't want to work hard, wait, see $50,000 and $60,000. They just want to get some magical system. System works, but grow your business first. All right, Khalid. Khalid said, thank you for taking your time out of your day to teach us. I've been in so many webinars and I've never sat through all of them because they sound so fake. This was the most genuine, passionate webinar, man. Man, that meant so much to me, Khalid. For you saying stuff like that is the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I know one person out there is going to see how passionate I am about this, man. Man, I can't wait to talk to you and work with you, Khalid. That means a lot to me, brother. And I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, man. Jawan said, I would like to thank you for taking your time out and giving us all of this information you're giving. You don't find too many people like you. I really appreciate you, bro. Man, that's one love. I appreciate you, man. That's heartfelt, bro. Thank y'all so much for that, man. Okay. Martavius asks, so do I have to join the course just to JV with you? You do not have to join my course to JV with me, but you do have to join my course to utilize my resources to do a JV with you. I'm not going to give you my buyer to close the deal. You know, the contracts, I'm not going to negotiate it for you. You know, I'm not going to go to the house and have my buyer meet you at the inspection. So you gotta weigh out the options. And this is a business. I am giving my time to you. I am giving you something that's lucrative and life changing. So, you know, whatever investment that you do invest in with me, you will reap those benefits. All right, guys, before I end it, I'm going to put this on Instagram to let them know that we have got to the end of the webinar. All right, that's it. As you can see, the webinar is it. We have people all across the country that's logged on right now, and we have some people that's saying some great stuff. If you could just look. Check it out. All right, y'all. It's been fantastic for having you. Man, thank you for waiting almost 2 hours. I hope you've seen the benefit. Tony said, would there be a replay? This is not one of those pre-recorded fake webinars, man. This is a real online webinar where I basically took my time to pour into you. But there will be another one, I'm thinking Thursday. I don't know if we're going to do it yet, but I'm thinking about it. We might do another one Thursday. So hopefully you can log on, catch the promotion, and I'm going to get that word out there. Guys, go to the website, okay? Go to the website, www.thewholesalerevolution.com. Everyone that has logged on will get all of the bonuses that I promised, such as the 15-point checklist. We have everyone's email in it, so you will get it. So let's go. Log on. Remember, www.thewholesalerevolution.com/go. All right. See you guys later. On the other side